greatest weakness lies in giving up. Success can definitely be achieved if you always try that once more. Golden words stated by Thomas Alva Edison. Who doesn't know Edison? Children are taught about the way he conducted experiments to make a few bulbs light, and the number of failed trials were so many, but ultimately the bulb glowed. Persistence. Oh, in my excitement, I forgot to greet all of you. A fantabulous, electrifying and luminous day ahead, my dear viewers. Have a great day ahead. Now, coming back to Edison's platinum rule, can we apply this one day before the exam? Or maybe 1.5 months before the exam? Just imagine if you're going to prepare with a saying in your mind, oh, if not now, maybe next time. What would it spell? Just disaster. So, we need to tweak it a little. The same saying, we can have our own individual quote. Maybe it could go as, our greatest strength should lie in giving up the habit of giving up. Giving up the habit of giving up. What say? Well, friends, about 1.5 months before the exams, all your trials and errors should have been over, and you should be possibly having a very clear idea as to where you stand. There is the Damocles sword of time hanging up your head, 1,000,000 butterflies fluttering in your stomach. Now, when I say all this, it doesn't mean that you really need to get worried about. It's something that everybody has gone through. 1,000,000 people have appeared for exams before you. 1,000,000 are going to take the exams after you. 1,000,000 are going to write exams along with you. So what's the big deal? What is required in such case is to tap that single driving force that ensures success, which is called motivation. Now let us categorize the candidates into two. The first category is the candidates who are 90% up prepared as far as the content goes. I would call such candidates as in the system. For them, it's the question of what to do. It is about, in a competitive scenario, where would they stand in comparison to the others? In such a case, the motivation involved would be about how to manage psychologically and emotionally the whole self. On the contrary, if you're 60% less prepared, less than 60% or maybe 60% prepared as far as the course content goes, I would say you are out of the system, which doesn't mean you're going to be out of the system. I would categorize this. It's very easy to bring such people into the system as long as you're aware that you can't exhaust the course content, but a lot can be done even now. Relying totally on your knowledge base is total suicide, harakiri. There has to be some kind of strategy involved in such a cases. And the strategy is not about brainstorming, it's not a case of crisis management. It is just brainstorming into what your weak areas are and what your strong areas are. So now that you have categorized, let us see a diagrammatic representation. So here we have the first flow chart of the people who are in the system, 90% prepared. For them, it is about sorting out factors which are under your control and the other factors which are not under your control. Coming to the next flow chart, you have a candidate who is, as I say, out of the system, 60% or less prepared as far as the course content goes. How should his strategy be? Here it involves identifying your weak points, identifying your strengths as far as your preparation goes. Now that we have done this basic exercise, what is required is to take it to the next level. But before that, you need to do 1 day of going through this concept. And we are just a day's throw away. We'll meet tomorrow again with the next video with very clear strategy as to what we can do for both these categories of friends. Till then, it's ciao.